The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Hello and welcome. We've got a coach. We're in a car, and it is the season finale. Coaches in cars getting coffee. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside offensive line coach Joe Ray. Joe, normally these are post-practice. We had the joy of going to the university-wide welcome back ceremony today. And I greatly appreciate you taking some time post that event to join me for a little coffee. Thanks for taking some time out of your day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm always fired up for some coffee, even if it's midday.
You know,
when do we start carpool karaoke?
Tanner, we're just doing Joe today.
Oh,
I don't even have I've only got 2 mics.
don't worry, I brought my own.
Oh yeah, we're just naturally connected. He pops up all the time. It's the craziest thing ever.
I mean, is this what it's like to
One brain.
If you're a Marine? Like, that's what you got to worry about?
Oh, complete stealth mode.
That's terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Well,
You get used to it.
Oh, that's what you have to deal with. All right, coaches, 2 of them in the car getting coffee, gentlemen. Thanks for. Where's the car seat back there? How long have you been there?
Don't worry about all that. We're here to sing some songs, right?
He actually hid underneath the car seat this whole time.
Oh my gosh! No, we're not singing songs.
Oh.
Copyright strikes are a thing on YouTube, Tickener. We're here to talk about the offensive line and a unit that I suppose transforms itself. Joe, you've had the opportunity to coach him for the last couple of years when it was more of a zone-oriented blocking scheme, and now it returns to, I shouldn't say it returns to Carson-Newman, but something that probably you're a little bit more familiar with.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's been a big transition for the offensive line, and, I do appreciate the way that they ended up tackling the challenge of making that type of transition. And, something that I think they've done a really great job of doing is we've challenged them to lose a little bit of weight. And they tackled that challenge. They took it head on, and a lot of our guys have had the opportunity to try to really dial in on what they've been eating nutritionally, and they've done a great job of being able to lose the weight and show up every day to practice, and they've been gradually getting better every single day. It's been awesome.
Tanner, you played within this offense at Navy. How rewarding is it now to get to coach in it?
Oh, I mean, it's phenomenal because this is, like, you use a great word, rewarding. It's a rewarding offense. You get to keep your defense on the sideline. You get to grind guys out. You get to, put up a lot of points some games. Some games are going to be barn burners where you're just putting up enough to win the game and let your defense kind of rest on the side. So I love coaching it. You get to also coach it a little bit more different than I'd probably say a lot of offenses where, maybe you pass the ball a little bit more in other offenses, but we're chasing the guys. We're going after them. Same way Coach Ingram coached me back in the day. So I love coaching this offense.
I think the thing that probably brings me the most joy is the return to watching how it fires off the ball. I think of the Carson-Newman offenses from the days of the split back veer. I do have to give Joe Ray his due with the old bare bone for Lenore Ryan and how those offenses pushed off the ball. Has it been challenging to instill that for either one of you? Has it been challenging to instill that, or has it come natural?
I think it's exciting just because we got a lot of guys that were a part of that split back veer that we had here a few years ago, and I think the awesome part is just changing up their stance a little bit to get a little bit more weight on the hands. And one word that we've been instilling in them for these past couple of weeks is surge, and trying to get a surge off the ball. And I mean, there's no better way to do it than having a lot of weight on your hands and just saying, hey, we just need to try to roll guys off the ball and try to create the line of scrimmage.
we said we were connected. The word that popped in my head was surge. The second you asked that question,
Strangest thing ever. You wouldn't believe it. Like in
Oh my
meetings,
gosh.
I'll be ready to call on someone's name, and he'll call that same person's name. Out of what? I guess we got about 28 guys right now in the
Yep,
room.
about 28 right now. Same exact thing. I'm like, you would be a great guy to ask the guy who looks a little confused. Coach Ray's already got the question keyed up. The same question, actually.
So you two have entered into some sort of weird hive mind thing. That's what's going on here?
That's one way.
That's how he knew
Yeah.
to be in the car when he was in the car.
He just naturally felt it. He just understood that he was like, I need to be in this car during this time, during this day.
His brain called me from next door. We do also have offices right next door, so
That's helpful. That's helpful. Let's talk personnel. The guy that first comes to mind is Christian Jones, multi-year All-SAC guy, one of the handful of players who was on the team in 2019 that made a run to the NCAA playoffs. What's he bringing to the table?
I say Christian brings a ton to the table. He brings a ton of experience. He definitely has a lot of talent of being able to really transition into this type of offense too, because he's a very interesting offensive lineman where he can play in like a traditional zone. But it's like, man, you know what? When you start thinking about what kind of qualities and what kind of abilities he brings to like flex bone type offense with a lot of option concepts, he brings a lot of that talent on the board as well too. So it's exciting for him from that aspect. And one thing I'm real excited about with Christian, you know, he's been here since 2019, so he's been a part of Carson-Newman, the program, for quite some time, and I'm just excited to be able to see him walk across the stage here pretty soon. So, you know, just kind of seeing his journey on the field's been awesome, but seeing his journey academically and being able to go and try to get his degree has been awesome. So, you know, very excited to see how he finishes up academically as well, too.
Now we're rolling up to 60 beans. Do you have something you want to speak on to Christian, Tanner, before we put our coffee order?
I was just going to say on Christian, as a new staff coming in, him, you know, being our best offensive lineman, it's been extremely helpful. He's bought in since the day we walked through the door, and he's been the leader that a new staff needs to get everyone else to buy in. So Christian, and like Coach said, he's doing a great job now in the classroom and working his tail off. So we love having Christian around, and he's made our life a lot easier as a new staff.
Now, I'm really interested. You've been pretty standard. There's nothing about him that's standard, and I'm curious what our coffee orders are.
Well, you know, Cav, I figured I tried to change it up for you a little bit this year.
Okay.
I believe if you just reach through this window here
How are you doing?
and ask them for the knee bone soup, I believe they should know what you're talking about.
I'm going to let you ask because I didn't even.
I'll reach through and ask. Oh, yes, I called for a knee bone soup earlier.
Sorry for a what?
It was knee bone soup, call ahead order.
Okay, let me check on that.
Yeah, thanks. Very confused.
You are nowhere near as smooth as Antonio Goss.
I tried it, but
Nowhere
nobody
near
can be as smooth
as
as Antonio Goss. I mean, that's very hard comparison.
Smooth. You tried,
Cav, I tried for you.
and
That's what I did.
absolutely.
I'm sorry, what flavors did you get?
That was caramel and chocolate drizzle. Yep, that's what I had. She said she had me earlier. She said she did.
Spoiler alert for those watching, it's caramel and chocolate drizzle.
Well, I probably should have done a walk-in on this one. That way they could have just recognized the orange, the curly hair. Probably would have went a little bit better. Should have asked for a name, probably.
Oh, all right, we got two more. What do you want?
What'd you say is good here? How's a pink berry?
Pink berry.
Yeah, I'll do a pink berry. Is there caffeine in that?
There's no raspberry.
There's no raspberry.
No raspberry. Well, that messes up the whole pink berry.
We can do it without it though, so like
Yeah, just get it with strawberry. It'd still be pink.
I don't like strawberry.
Oh, tough. Just get it for him.
Oh.
He can deal with it.
I'd say just get a plain coffee at this point.
I'm gonna go that. He'll do the pink berry, and I'm gonna do the force of nature.
What's a force of nature?
Yeah, what's in that? Can I have a sip?
I mean, it should be expected that that's my drink.
Force of nature.
Force of nature. Ah, that's a good name.
You're just the opposite. That's it.
All right, cool. It's going to be 1564.
Thank you. You're the opposite of Antonio Goss, and I want you to know
Well-
I've never been more disappointed in you in my life.
Well, I just need you to know that Antonio Goss, whenever his name's brought up in the office, that is a top tier name.
Oh, God. He's so cool.
Yeah.
He's so much cooler than us.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
I mean, have you seen the shade in his glasses?
Oh, it's
that he wears
incredible.
when he gets out on the field. It's just a natural tint to him.
It's
Pretty
incredible.
impressive.
Christian Jones obviously returns. What was it? The
Knee bone
the
soup?
knee bone soup.
Knee bone soup. We tried it. I tried to make it a thing. It didn't work out, but you know what? Sometimes
You can't make fetch happen.
You can. You
Do you
can.
even get that reference? That's an old reference now.
That is legally blonde.
I'm starting to get
Incorrect.
I'm starting to
Mean
get
Girls.
old. Very good. There you
Yes.
go.
I should have known.
You should
I
have.
love that movie, actually.
It's a good movie.
It's a
The
great
original.
movie.
The original.
They made it.
They made a musical one.
They made an
Yeah.
actual new one now. What? Look at that.
Yeah.
The
At least it looks good.
oh, this is definitely yours.
So red but not grass. Oh, buddy. How do I pull this off?
Yeah. Don't spill it.
There's been worse things happening.
Oh, yeah.
Two kids. How many goldfish are you sitting on? That's the real question. Or did you eat them up while you were hiding back there?
Do I win a reward if I guess the proper amount of goldfish?
I didn't count.
Do I get to eat them if I do count the right ones? I'm guessing 32 back here.
That feels low. That feels low. When I took and this is, I'll confess my sins here. When I took the car seat out to ruin the bit that we had going earlier, there was underneath of it, and this gives me cause for concern. I don't know how long it's been there, but a leftover half-eaten chicken nugget.
Oh.
There's no smell in this car. We haven't had chicken nuggets in weeks.
Oh.
Smushed underneath the car seat. Don't eat fast food. It's not good for you.
And the chicken nugget's just been cooking every day.
Every day in the car. Stuck underneath the car seat.
Chicken nuggets.
Take your car seats out, parents. Clean your cars. Be responsible. We talked about, oh, thank you so much. Oh, man, that's a force of nature.
Looks good.
Force of nature. I'll tell you what it's not. What was it? Knee bone.
It ain't knee bone soup. Ain't knee bone soup. It makes the knees strong. It's really the drizzle that's on top that strengthens the knees. Starting to get a little older, Now, was there another straw that came along?
Oh, there
By
was. I
chance?
just
Thank you.
Thank you.
I
I
was
was like, what?
patiently waiting for the straw to come by. I'm like, man, need to get a swig of this real fast.
You just drink it naturally, strawless. We talked about Christian Jones. Fletcher Gibson, preseason all-SAC guy, works his way onto that team. He had media day availability. You talked about the weight loss. There's a guy that's dropped. He said 30 pounds. What's he done to work himself into the fray for this new look? No, you started first last time. We're going to go.
Yeah.
We'll give Tanner first crack at this one.
I talked about Christian with the leadership. Fletcher has done everything above and beyond what we asked as a leader of the offensive line group. Him and Christian have really taken that room and ran with it. As far as on the field, he's going to help us in a lot of different ways this year. He's been getting reps at guard and center. He's going to have to play both throughout the season. He's a reliable guy that we can count on to know where to go, know what to do, and play as hard as he possibly can. So Fletcher's been a real staple of the room right now, and he'll play a lot of games this year at a couple different positions.
You go from an offense that you needed guys that are 6'6", 320 pounds for the blocking schemes to be effective. As you make those changes where you don't need somebody that physically imposing to get the job done, has that opened up opportunities for guys who are already here whose physical attributes fit the system a little bit better, Joe?
I think that's opened up a ton of opportunities for a lot of guys. You know, with that physical attributes of just trying to have someone that's got a bigger mold and bigger frame. It opened a lot of doors for some guys that may have had a smaller frame that have a little bit more twitch off the ball. They're able to move in space a little bit more well. And I think that's just definitely opened some doors, like I said.
Who surprised you throughout fall camp?
I'd say throughout fall camp and especially the spring as well, Xavier Shoemaker, he's definitely has shown that he has the ability to be able to play in an offense like this. And, you know, he also moved someone from defensive line over to offensive line. Blake Chenault's been able to come into the picture a little bit to have some opportunity for us up front. And then we also have someone who was a little younger, just got done with his freshman year. Henry Bertucci's been able to kind of make that transition as well, too, who also is someone that has lost a good bit of weight to be able to try to make the transition happen.
Tanner,
Yes.
freshman. Tough to play the position
It is.
as a freshman. Anybody stick out to you that excites you?
Yes. Gonna contain my excitement. No. So right now at our left guard position, Jaquavian Daniels, we call him Turk Daniels. He's done a phenomenal job. He's come in. He's been bought in from the second he walked on campus. He was able to get here a little early in summer. He's picked up stuff. He was obviously coached extremely well in high school, and you know, it's something where he knows how to practice, and he knows, you know, how to bend, how to do all the things we ask one of our players to do, and he's got that football savvy to him that you don't see a lot of young guys have. So he's going to be someone that does play for us a lot this year, and someone I think that is really going to make an impact for us more than just being a guy sitting in there playing. He's going to be an impact guy on the O-line, and he will be that way for 4 years. He's really had an impact. And then, you know, our freshman class as a whole has been phenomenal. We got some other young guys trying to work their way into the depth chart, and a couple are going to get their opportunity this year. So we're just really, really excited about this freshman class to add to the returners that we got coming back.
So what I'm hearing, Turk Daniels, force of nature. Is that
No question. I mean, yeah, I mean,
that's what you say.
You think about it where, you know, especially just coaching him on the field, the way that he's able to take coaching and just take every single detail what you're trying to have him do, and he tries to apply it immediately. And I think that's something that's helped him develop even, like, you know, very, very fast over the past couple weeks of having him during fall camp. It's been really awesome to be able to see that from him.
Now, when this airs, you will be inside of a week of kickoff against Reinhardt. What needs to happen in the scant few days remaining to get this unit ready for a little bird battle, Eagles versus Eagles?
Me personally, I would just say everyone just continue to stay consistent of everything that we've been building on from the spring and everything that they've built on throughout the summer and the past couple weeks of fall camp. And I think the leadership side as well, too. You know, we mentioned Christian, we mentioned Fletcher, and, you know, I think, you know, those two guys being able to play them big leadership roles, you know, definitely helps us be able to stick together as a unit to be able to kind of set the tone up front. And, you know, you think about a guy like Fletcher, who's a really big light in the room of our offensive line, is someone that can kind of help set that tone of something that we can be able to build on for the next couple weeks throughout this fall.
Tanner, you obviously didn't play in this league, being a 3-year starter at Navy, but I know somebody who did play in this league.
Yes.
I want you to make a bold prediction for me. You're the only person I'm going to put on the spot, but I think you can handle it.
Bold prediction.
Bold prediction. How many all-conference offensive linemen can Carson-Newman produce this year? How about that? Putting you on the spot. No other coach has had to face that type of question. And who do I put it on? The Marine.
And I'm just the man for the job.
You can handle it.
2 all-conference offensive linemen from Carson-Newman Eagles this year.
Okay.
I'll let that mean what it
There you
means.
go. Okay. That's a box statement.
That's a box statement. Yep. Put it in the box.
That is a bold statement. I like that statement.
I'm a bold man.
I like
You are sneaking into people's cars so that you can talk about college football.
What else is there to talk about?
Yeah.
Grab you a pink drink and talk some college ball.
The force of nature.
Debone soup.
Pink drink.
We got some beverages today. They weren't all coffee, but we're glad that you joined us. Tanner Fleming, Joe Ray, I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier. Coaches in cars getting... What was it again? That still hasn't stuck with me.
Debone soup.
We got whatever that was.
All right.
Thanks for joining us.